Think you can't do it all? Are you struggling to succeed professionally without sacrificing precious time with your family and friends? Here are some ideas on how you can be empowered both in your job and personal life to become the best person you can be.
This is Yashima White, AziLove, and thank you for tuning in. I am excited to welcome Ellen Peterson to the studio with me. Ellen Peterson of Ellen Peterson Coaching and Consulting is a coach for senior high-level executives throughout the Delaware Valley. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you for having me.
This is one of those topics that every time I spoke to a group of women over the past week, they were like, oh, we cannot wait for this show. And it is about time management. Why is it so difficult for us to actually manage our schedules?
The first thing I like to think about is how do you empower yourself? What are your goals? And if your inside world is clear and you have a vision for yourself, then your outside world will run a little bit more on time.
So what do we say when we become our own hindrance? We are our stumbling block because we really envision ourselves as superwomen.
Absolutely. And I think it starts with getting real with yourself and saying, look, I want my kids to be on time for school, but am I the only person that can right.
Yes.
And what happens if I let somebody, i.e. my husband, figure out what they're wearing and they're wearing dots and stripes, or how much is that really a problem?
Now, you know, you're tapping into something. And this is this notion that if we don't do it, it won't get done well.
That's exactly where that introspection and getting real with yourself comes into play. If you looked at your standards, you'd say, because I want it done with all of this criteria. So what is at the top of the list that I really do feel is urgent? So for instance, picking out your child's school, interacting with the teachers, these are things that absolutely you want to do, you want to have a say in, you want to be a part of. But you look at some of those secondary, and we've all been there. Is it important to us? Is it important to the child? I would say it's how you show up. If you show up in a way that you feel good about yourself,
yes,
then your children, your coworkers, your boss feel good about you.
Ellen Peterson, the executive coach, of all executive coaches. Thank you for being with us on today. And ladies, you heard a recurring theme, and we've been talking about it. It really starts with you. So one day at a time. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Yashima White, AziLove, and you've just been empowered.